So actually the phone kind of serves as the key. You've got a key card that you can use. It's Bluetooth, but when you put the Bluetooth and sync it with your phone, this is what you use to be able to open it.
Alexandria resident Matt Johns has owned a Tesla fully electric vehicle for the past year. He was in the market for a high-end vehicle and decided to go with this one, not for environmental reasons, but for the fun of it.
I'd never known that there was a difference in quality between, the price ranges and all that stuff. So when we started looking, this was actually lower than some of the other high-end vehicles that we were looking at to consider. And it was electric, and all the videos and stuff I watched on it made it look super fun, and it was different, and I wanted to try it out.
Matt says that the fear of being accessible to charging stations is one of the things that drive people away from buying one. So he's glad that the DOTD has a plan to increase the number of stations in the state.
I think the more that are out there, the more people will get away from the fear of no accessibility for charging. We've taken it all the way up to Tennessee, into Kentucky. We've driven it some pretty good distances, and there's enough charging stations along the way to take care of it.
The car is very smart and will let you plan your trip according to the fast charging stations along the way. He says that even though his electric bill went up about $150, he's still spending less than he would at the pump.
I did not anticipate prices jumping the way that they have, but I can tell you driving by and seeing the numbers on the signs right now make me really proud that I don't have to stop and fill it up.
Matt wanted to get me behind the wheel to see what it's like to drive this thing because he said it's so fun to drive. So here we go. Here's nothing. So here we are on I-49. I'm going to get over into the left-hand lane here. I'm going to see what this thing can do. Here we go. One resident I spoke with was concerned that an EV would not have as much power as a regular vehicle, but that was not the case with the Tesla I drove. Another resident I spoke with pointed out that making EVs also contribute to more carbon in the atmosphere.
It causes just as much damage to the environment, mining those lithium batteries, as it does us using fossil fuels.
Alexandria currently has 2 charging stations, one on Highway 28 West near Johnny Downs baseball fields. This is the fast charging station here close to the Holiday Inn in downtown Alexandria. Now all I have to do is hit the button right here, the port opens, and I plug it in, and it will charge in about 30 minutes up to 80% if the car is on 0. The Louisiana DOTD has a 5-year plan to increase the number of charging stations along federal highways. Right now, there is only 38 EVs registered in Rapides Parish, 18 in Vernon, 8 in Natchitoches, 6 in Avoyelles, 2 in LaSalle, and none in Wynn and Grant. Aaron Buchanan with the DOTD.
We have parishes where, there are no registrations for electronic vehicles in place, but in larger urban areas, in the Alexandria area, Shreveport, Monroe, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, et cetera, it's going to be a little different situation. Overall, we are going to be implementing a competitive grant type program. And so that will be for the installation, operation, and maintenance of these electric vehicle charging stations.
Buchanan says that the plan was part of a larger goal of making the system resilient to hurricanes and extreme weather.
The electric vehicle infrastructure that we're putting in place is part of, the overall resiliency and infrastructure goal of ours, and also for, the changes to our climate.
John's Tesla is a self-driving car, but be careful with that feature because it doesn't mean that the system is autonomous. And Tesla is in hot water in California because the state says its self-driving claims are deceptive. For Matt, the longer wait on trips to charge the vehicle was not an issue.
For the most part, they've placed the stations in spots where you've got some stuff to do. Typically they're at a mall, or like the one in Pearl, Mississippi is at an outlet mall. You've got a ton of stuff you can do, lots of places to eat.
So there's definitely no buyer's regret for Matt about the purchase of his electric vehicle, and soon he will be able to charge it in more places around the state. Joel Massey, ABC 31 News that works for you.